Hi, my name's Tim. I manage the Gilbert House. It's a part of Reach For It of Tucson, um, ran by a man named Travis. Now, when I first came to Tucson, I've been in the business for quite some time. And by the business, I mean working at homeless shelters, working in treatment programs, running halfway houses, these sorts of things. It was my great passion when I was released from federal prison. My great passion. Um, and I've learned a lot of things. I've learned a lot of things. Um, in 100% of the halfway houses that I've helped to run or manage, they were always filthy, run down, dope fiend dives with men stacked like cordwood. Um, all the people that ran them wanted to do was make more money, more money, more money, and they didn't care what the men they were doing or about their lives. You know, maybe they did it first, but after a while, when you run a place like that, you can't. The men have no control over themselves. So when I came to Tucson and I found Reach For It Tucson, I had a different model in mind for a halfway house. First of all, the model has to begin with dignity and respect. The men who live in these homes that are put there by Reach For It Tucson, they treat the men with dignity and respect. These are men who have come from places for decades, some of them, for years, some of them, where they've been told who to be, what to do, where to go, how to act, so when to eat, when to sleep, and they don't know who they are anymore. They only know the box. They only know what it is that people tell them they're supposed to be doing, and they're comfortable in that. You know, well, in Reach For It Tucson, especially in Gilbert House that I know of because I manage it, um, I have only one rule: no dope. No dope fiends, slick willy moves of any kind. No dope. Everything else after that is men learning to be who they are. Do they make mistakes? Yes. Do they succeed? Yes. But they prosper because no one's telling them who they have to be. They're figuring it out for themselves. That means that they're setting goals, using their support systems, working hard, and prospering and experiencing the fruits of their labor. Um, I have met very few men in any of these programs that I've been in who have actually got to the point where they've experienced the fruits of their labor. You know, um, oftentimes when people come to places like this, they're told, well, you know what, your suffering's over. You're okay now, you know, or some semblance of that. But that's not the truth. Life entails hard work, sacrifice, and a certain amount of suffering. But it's out of that suffering that my life bears the most fruit. It's the things that I do that I don't want to do that bear the most fruit in my life. And those are the things that I try to teach the men that come out of prison or off the streets. I tell them, I expect you to act like a man. But in turn, I have to treat them like men, allow them to make their own choices and become who they are. And I just wanted to say that Reach For It at Tucson has more success than any recovery halfway house I've ever seen. And I'm sure that it's because of the fact that these men are free to be who they are. And that's all I got to say.